but I think Mr. Kui wanted to say something.
Yes, yes. Just a little background here. I'm still a retailer. Okay. I want to see my retirement mode, and that's why also I start thinking about giving back. Okay. Talking about the boardrooms, I've been there, I've seen it, and I've been actually my background is I'm born in Indonesia. I'm Indonesian Chinese. We left for Holland because of the problems in 60s, the communist problem. So we left for Holland. I grew up in Holland. I worked with the best, I would say. Right? We worked with billionaires because it was macro. I did macro in Holland. I did macro in Indonesia, Philippines, and now I'm with SLM with Alphamart. Alphamart is another entity in Indonesia. The main reason, in short, I find that basically we don't do enough to work with the sari-sari store. Okay, that's in my mind as a Dutch, because I'm a Dutch citizen. But many times when you want to do these things, like giving back, you have a lot of establishment is opposing you. I don't say internal, it's mostly even external. It's LGUs and all those things. So challenges are everywhere. Okay? And basically corporations needs to do these things. And I like your comment about the future fitness. Because basically, future fitness is something very positive. You don't talk about negatives. Right? But I also hear you about extremism. Indonesia is very risky at this moment about extremism. And the entry of the extremism in Indonesia, when you talk about terrorism and all those things, it goes into school, to the madrasah. It's because it's all Muslim schools. Nothing wrong with the school itself, but these are seeds of terrorism. We talk about 10 million possible terrorism in Indonesia through the schools. So, what is the value of school? But I go back again, what you mentioned, I miss as an observation here in this room, too little young people. I should have more young people here in this room. And that's the reason I want to go back. You mentioned something about farming is sexy. These are everywhere now coming up. The young people do not actually care about our meetings. I mean, when I talk to my children, they don't care about this kind of meetings. But I go back to your question, why we cannot do more, right? Because of course we want to get the CSR more loading.
Right.
I think all of us here in this room has good intention, good heart, so we want to do these things. For me, it's all about money. If the money, the funding is insufficient. So most of the time, the funding is insufficient, unlike in the West. In Holland, there's plenty of cash and donations and all those things. So when there's calamity, they send money like that. In the US also, it's all tax deductible. Here, if you support and donate, most probably there's not much tax deduction. Okay? So the money issue, I think you have to put it on the table. Because again, if I'm in the corporate, you ask me to support for a donation, and I don't know where it goes, you will have question mark all the time. Okay? I think most of the time here, what needs to be done is more like, I call it in business, my manuals. There's actually lack of manuals how to give. There's actually lack of channels where you can do, because basically you have the UNICEF, you have the Red Cross, which you know, but that's not exactly what sometimes the corporations want. The corporate will always say also its own interest and its own future, right? So if they say it goes into this big pot, they say no, it's not interesting. But if it goes for their own benefit, for their own future fitness, I would say you will get something. Okay. Now recently, I think, and that's why I think it's timely that we meet. It's my first time in the group. I was reading about this Bridge School in Kenya. I'm sure you're familiar with that, right? But when you check on YouTube about the Bridge School, the whole government is against it. Correct? It's all your you are illegal, you are this. It's funny, correct? You actually you have a good entity who has gotten awards with the Communist Party almost like that, correct? And then at the end of the day, you'll be cursed because actually you wanted to do something good for the people. And this is something which we have to manage, right? You have to get something which is basically for me good for the community. For me, it's also like a self-interest. I go back to my own when I was a student in Amsterdam. The word is saying also you have to have distribution of income. You cannot just let the poor be poor. There's no consumption anymore, correct? So in our case, you have to do how do you call it? Drilling down and sharing all your values to the lower people. Let them be also rising up. And for me, I don't have a solution yet. Maybe some of you can help me with the solution. I look into Sari store, I look into Karindi areas, I look into tricycle drivers. Now you heard also that the trike project of ADB failed because of the LGU.
Yes.
Because of the mayor wants it, the entrepreneur wants it, but the TODAS were not, the Tricycle Association were opposing it.
Tricycle
So-
owners,
Owners.
drivers.
And-
The jeepneys.
And things fails also. Things does not fail only because of unwillingness of corporations, but things sometimes fail because of a lot of external environment. And at the end of the day, when you study, it's all about money, because the livelihood of the tricycle owners were at stake. So they were so afraid, so they killed the project. Okay. Now these are the things is for me still like a big puzzle. But I'm very optimistic, and I'm with you about the future things. One step. So I'm working now closely also with the owner of Alpha Market. They have a program which is called SSP, that's Sari, I translate Sari program. So they work with 160,000 small enterprises, and it's working. And their CSR component is going up. So you get credits, correct? You get CSR credits. And these are the things probably we need to manualize it. To manualize it, we have many bright people here. This is the way how to do it. Follow 10 steps. And as you said, the young people are willing. The corporations sometimes a bit hesitant. Yeah. They are all what we call bottom line oriented and market value oriented, but basically what you give just not 0.1 per meal, and in a good program, then I think
Thank you. I just want you to meet our host for today, member of our board, Mr. Miguel Puyat.
good morning.
Just to comment on that, are you familiar with Happy Noy?
I'm familiar with
Happy Noy, and
but
of
it's
course your
also not
competitor
really-
Pure Gold has a Sari
Yes,
program.
it's not fully working yet.
Okay.
A very simple example on that one.
Yes.
If you say Sari program, but you charge delivery fee when you buy only 1,000 pesos, then for me it's not Sari.
Lots of opportunities
Correct?
there.
Yeah. So I think there are many opportunities.
You wanted to react?
Yeah, I think I agree with you fully, especially the fact that there's no
Okay, let me answer that.
no,
But let me answer that, sorry to interrupt. Today's program for Wayne and Indira has 3 parts. These are some of the partners we have that we want to talk about CSR, because it's important to talk about what's happening in the world. At noontime, we meet with all the leaders of the MEP, so the top 20 CEOs of this country will be there. And then in the afternoon, all our young volunteers, for 3 to 5, average age 23 years old. This afternoon, these are the leaders from our youth.
I see.
Yes.
That's good.
But they have concerns with a few old people thrown in, like Frankie Roman. But different groups have different ideas. things to share, and I wanted to give everyone the chance. I'm not trying to justify the schedule. I just wanted to inform.
No problem.
The other,
But you know that's the schedule for today. Wayne knows that that's the schedule.
the other aspect of, for example, you wanting to give back. We have so many innovators and young people who need your expertise. So, and I've been listening that there's lack of mentors, business mentors. There's an opportunity for you to create a network of business mentors, people who are willing to teach these young people how to progress their ideas.
I'm there for you.
Now, Indira, in our website, we have two groups of mentors. One is called the senior mentors and experts. So people there are people like Parafox, etc. People known in this country. And then yes, and then we have a young mentor.
Yeah. One of
That's
the
another point.
yeah,
Going back
I'll
to-
answer you. I'll answer you.
Yeah.
First, as I mentioned before, I have consultant information with that guy. The very reason I think Tony invited me here is to listen and find out where we put in their place. Tony, I just was assigned by the Secretary of Education to the technical working group of the National Education. I think we will have more opportunities there. I'm already thinking of putting CSR as one of their
Just so,
topics there.
just so you know, the commission, Ms. Isa, etc. Or Mr.
Chair.
Yes,
Chair.
Chair Isa, and some commissioners. During our CSR Youth Leaders Congress, in the responsiveness week, we did it because we asked them to participate, including all these LGBT guys. We asked them to
That's
come.
good. So we can, I can follow it up with education.
It's just that we dump everything in our website, but
Yeah.
and we don't really talk about it. We don't publicize it. But we probably have the biggest mentor group in this country. We have president of BDO Bank as one of my volunteer mentors because Pino Tan is my friend.
Okay.
Rufino is my friend. So you know, although his brother says I should be the one that way.
I would not even look at that. I think what we are missing here also, as you said, in California, the infrastructure is there. We just need to put technology in place. It's not about, sometimes it's not, example, it's not about my mind. It's about other people's mind. Through technology, we can share it. And I think the technology component easily facilitate innovation in this thing. And you mentioned exactly about mentoring. Yesterday actually bumped into a real case study, right? There's a startup, like a new startup, they failed basically because of cash flow problems. Okay? Now, it's the same with all these things. If you want to do, like say, farming succeed, if you can manage your cash flow, you can have a program for 6 months, 1 year.
You're sexy for 6 months.
Exactly. And after that, you will be trained. So I think these are the things basically we need to do, and we can help with that.
Stanford.
I just wanted to connect that case and what you talked about.
Indonesia.
Let's not forget that social entrepreneurship is a movement. It's a form of activism, and young people express their activism through these ideas because they want to change the world, and that's the enthusiasm that we need to buy from. The other thing is generation gap. Us sitting in this boardroom, maybe probably in 50s, we think differently. Young people think differently. They are reinventing the way they do business. So we've got lots to learn, and we can't push or the ideas that we believe in or the values we believe in to them. We have to find a way how can we communicate and potentially take their ideas how to do business.
There's just basically a big difference.
We do boot camps, for example, because I'm originally from Kosovo. Kosovo
okay.
is a country similar to Philippines. Unemployment is much higher than here. And we're working with a group of activists who are very angry at the government. But we are working with them, we're channeling their anger into something positive.
But first, let me thank you for saying that we are all about 50. Mr. Creeder, we really appreciate that. You know, I mean, our day is made. We're so happy, you know. And look, he's my contemporary. Look at him, you know, because we're on our way to that number 7, you know. But
57 years is the new 30.
no, we claim 60s is the new 40.